What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with Screen Rant, and I am honored to be here in Hyderabad, India, talking to the stars of Varanasi. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to chat today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you.
This is such a remarkable project. I was blown away by the title reveal event that we had earlier this past weekend. For you guys as the stars of the film, I just kind of want to start broadly. You've been in production for some time now, but how did the level of responsibility that you feel to deliver on a picture like this change once you had that reception from the audience? Mahesh, we can start with you and we'll go down the row.
It was really exciting. I mean, the atmosphere that day was electrifying. And it was so exciting. I mean, we waited a long time for that reveal to happen. And yeah, it was so exciting that night. And to hear that reception from the fans when they saw the glimpse. I mean, because you wait for that, you wait a long time for that. And it was really gratifying for that response, and so excited. And the response we've been getting after that was something I'll always cherish.
For me, I haven't done a Telugu movie in I don't even know. But
She hasn't done it before.
I haven't done one.
She's not. This is the first Telugu film, so I don't know what she's speaking.
It's complicated, but being able to get having that kind of acceptance from Telugu fans, as you've seen, it's very specific to this region. First of all, that level of love and affection is something very unique to this region, and for me to get that kind of reception from them was really wonderful individually, and then eventually to see the reaction of the movie once the first look came out and once our characters were revealed and the name was revealed and the title was revealed. Just from people across the world, the anticipation for the movie and the kind of love and affection we've got was really wonderful, especially so early, that was really mind-blowing. So I'm very excited about when the movie actually comes out, what that journey will be like.
Usually things like this happen when the film is up for release.
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen when you announce the title of the film or the first glimpse. So it was very unique what happened.
Prithvi?
I don't think as actors we can start thinking of our responsibility as one that is to be delivered to the audience. I think our responsibility primarily would be to deliver to the director's vision and to the written word. But that, given the fact that Mr. S.S. Rajamouli's vision is always so big, can be intimidating at times. So I think it's very important for us to break it down. Break it down into each moment that we have to deliver as actors. And make sure that our conviction stays with each of those moments. Having said that, now that we have been filming for Varanasi for 10 months, we have now sort of started, wrapping our heads around the totality of what we have been making, and it's truly awe-inspiring. It's truly, even for Mr. S.S. Rajamouli, this is a wild swing. And it's great to see how it's all coming together, and it's incredible to see that this filmmaker has thought of this, and he also has thought of the method, the process, and the approach to make it possible. And we are all just instruments in making sure that that vision finally comes to life. And what is truly gratifying as an actor is that given the scale and the ambition of what is being pulled off here, even in the midst of that process, the primary center of attraction and attention for Mr. S.S. Rajamouli is always the actor. I always keep thinking to myself, when you're doing such a big film, it is so easy for a filmmaker to slowly slip away from the actor and make sure that it is about the canvas, the backdrop, the setups and everything. Even with all that being so giant, there has never been a single moment as an actor where I have felt that the focus is not on the actor. And there is a lesson there. There is a lesson there both for filmmakers and for actors. And I'm so privileged to be part of what is happening.
Performances are the key to any good story.
Yes.
Mahesh, specifically coming to you, I have solo questions for all of you, but Mahesh, I was reading that this collaboration between you and SS has been in the works for up to 15 years. You guys were having conversations very early on. Was the Varanasi story always the story that you two were going to come together on?
No. So, I mean, he's never discussed the story with me at all. So we were supposed to work like for the past 15 years. And after he finished Triple R, I mean, he took a year off. He wasn't discussing anything with me. So I was wondering what was happening. And then after Triple R, after a year, he calls me to the office and he narrates this script, Varanasi, to me. And it just blew my mind away, like Prithvi sir was saying. The entire story, you know, it was unlike anything what SSR attempted before. And the span of the film, it was an action, adventure, mythology, time travel, all these things. And so as I'm his biggest fan, you know, and it was so exciting for me that he was going to come up with a film like this, and I'm taking the lead of this film. And yeah, I was a bit nervous initially because it is very intimidating, but he took me through the process beautifully. And now I'm really enjoying myself. Really enjoying myself.
Yeah, the fans are very excited. Jai Babu, it's a movement that I was foreign to when I first got here, and now just all of my comments on social media, Jai Babu, Jai Babu.
Oh, you have no idea.
Amazing. Yeah, no, everyone, just so many messages. Really quickly to stay with you, I mentioned this to you when we first met. How do you stay grounded through all of this? Like the level of attention on you as an actor
it's
is
basically the culture, and I think Telugu cinema, even Malayalam cinema. I think our culture is not only me, even I would say a lot of my fellow actors also. They're all very grounded here, and I think even in Bollywood, if I dare say, I think most of them. So I think yeah.
Indian cinema has fandom, and by Indian cinema, I'm talking about all three of our backgrounds so far. The level of love and affection and I would say attention that you get it's unprecedented. You don't see that now, having worked abroad. You don't see that anywhere else in the world. It's very specific to Indian cinema and Indian fans, and I think that, you know, we've all been very blessed to see that. But also Mahesh's fandom here is insane. So they're so lovely, and they've been so welcoming to both of us as well. So
yeah, I saw that fans were using the original working title of SSMB 29, superstar Mahesh Babu's 29th film. Like it's wild, the fandom, but it's really wonderful to see how grounded you are throughout it all. Priyanka, coming back to you, this is a bit of a homecoming for you. You made some films overseas. I was saying to you when we first met, I really enjoyed Heads of State, yourself, Idris Elba, John Cena. Coming back to now Indian cinema, do you feel like you've changed at all as an actress? Do you feel like you've taken some lessons from productions you did overseas and brought them here to Varanasi? And if not, do you feel yourself shifting back into a mindset you had before going overseas?
Yes. I think that the culture of filmmaking is very different in Hollywood versus how we work in India, and you have to like pivot your brain. So I can divide my brain into two. I don't think there is a world in which you bring lessons from there here or vice versa. I think you have to like immerse yourself into, and I believe anyway, an actor's journey is through a director's vision, whether it was Ilya in Heads of State or any other work that I've done abroad or filmmakers in Hindi cinema or Telugu cinema. I think you just have to go into every film set with, you know, the originality of whatever you're going to receive from that set. But I'm so happy to be coming back and, you know, making this movie in India, because if there was any way to come back into Indian cinema, it was this. So I'm just really grateful to have a wonderful part and to be able to work with stalwarts like these two, but also Rajamouli sir, who's a visionary like we've never seen before.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't get bigger than a story like this. Prithvi, the responsibility on you as an actor in this project is pretty massive in the sense of you are positioned as our antagonist. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen much aside from the character poster that's flashing as I ask this question here. Yeah. What can you tease about your characterization of your character? Is this a completely black and white villain, or are there some shades of gray that we're operating with here?
I don't think anyone in this film is completely black and white, and that's the beauty of all the character arcs that exist within this particular narrative. But having said that, yes, I play the antagonist in the film, but what is so interesting about Kumbha is the fact that it truly is one of the most unpredictable characters that I've ever listened to. Even while narrating the film to me the first time, every time there was a beat for this character's arc, it wasn't something that I expected. It just kept getting, you think it's heading to one direction and then suddenly you realize, no, it's going somewhere else. And that truly makes this character very, very engrossing and something that really strikes you as an actor, that is really tempting as an actor. And the sheer unpredictability of what this man does forms the fulcrum of multiple plot points through the story. And I'm just privileged that someone like Mr. S.S. Rajamouli saw my face in this character and reached out to me and asked me if I'd be willing to do it. And like I spoke on stage for the launch function, pretty much every actor, I think, will have an S.S. Rajamouli film on his or her bucket list. But to be playing Kumbha in an S.S. Rajamouli film is truly a blessing. I just hope, like I said, more than anything, I'm able to deliver and I'm able to live up to his vision of what the character is like.
You had the quote of the weekend. You said the audacity of the imagination when it came to this story. I mean, that's the tagline for the film, if I've heard one before, just in terms of the scope we're playing with here.
Yeah, so it's like I said, I think people sometimes, most times, associate scale with budgets and the size of the visual or the grandness of the canvas. But true scale is actually the scale of the imagination. And if you believe that is true scale, that I do, cinema I don't think can get much bigger than this, because what he's imagined, what he's thought of,
it's wild.
Is just
Yeah, the hashtag Globetrotter that was being used in anticipation of this event, it feels kind of twofold in the sense of the story spans multiple regions of the globe, but also the goal is to get this in front of as many eyeballs from as many countries as possible. Priyanka, for you specifically, you have a lot of colleagues in American cinema now. I mentioned to you when we first met, I was at the Jonas Brothers Christmas premiere. I got to see you and your husband in that film at the very end. Have you already started to see the positive word of mouth from those countries, America, the UK, after that trailer was released? Does it start to feel like this is going to be that global event?
Yeah, I do see there's so much interest in people who are being introduced to this world, people who may have followed my work and not known. But there's just such a curiosity, like all over my timeline are people from across the globe who are getting an insight and are so excited and following the movie, and now also discovering all three of our individual work or our body of work that has been Indian cinema, which was really interesting for me. People were like, what? Who are these guys? What have they done? And that was really fun for me to see.
Very cool. Mahesh, I was reading too, you had quite the intense physical preparation for this role. Began back in January of 2024 in Germany. Can you walk me through what the physical preparation for your role in this film was like?
It's, the whole of last year, we went into prep. And so I would say, I think he took me through the process, I would say, that was the prep more than anything else. And so he made me more comfortable, I would say. And so for what Sir would do is he would, there would be a lot of rehearsals, we wouldn't go to, we keep discussing constantly that we are actually spoiled in this set.
Oh yeah, no one does this. It's the worst.
So when you rehearse for any scene, so you do a lot of rehearsals for the scene and then you go to set. And then the scene becomes very easy when you perform.
It's not even just rehearsal. I want to kind of break it down. He shoots the rehearsal. He shoots it with his cinematographer exactly like so this line will be a close-up, this line will be a wide shot. So everyone knows exactly what you're doing by the time you get to set. So we're never at a point where you're unaware. And most of our major scenes, we've shot and edited the scene with just us in track pants or whatever in our casual clothes, just, in a studio. So, but we know exactly what we're doing, which a lot of times you don't have the privilege to do, to shoot your rehearsals.
So he has a process, he has a method to it, So when I was, for instance, I play Lord Ram in this film, and so when you're playing that character,
and we can say that now.
Yes, you can.
Characters.
Sir said it. So
I was hesitant to bring this up
it's out in the open.
I saw it on the internet, but I was like, "Is this
it's out
confirmed?"
in the open.
Okay.
So it's very important that your posture has to be, you have to get it right. The way your character walks, the way he stands, and so he wanted to nail that. And so the whole of last year, I was prepping for that for 2 months or 3 months. You know, we had to go take Kalari classes. Kalari is a very intense form, sir would know it. It's a very Kerala form of martial arts.
I also know it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just went right past me. I know what colour is. Well, I knew what colour is. Yes, it's from your land.
So when
My
you
grandmother was
go
from
through
here.
that, you know, and then
Damn.
there were
wow.
these, your body kind of opens up. And it's very easy to get into these postures. And then he wanted to change my running technique. So I trained with track and field team for 6 months. And there would be only 2 shots in the film, by the way.
Attention
But
to detail.
That's the
it's
kind
an
of
important thing.
commitment I was willing to make for this film. But it was, like I said, you know, I was having fun. And when you're in that mindset, and it's fun, and you don't look at it as hard work. And so I would just go to the office, hang out with the team, do my athletic practice, do the Kalari practice. It was like a form of a workout. And I love working out, and someone here doesn't love working out, but it's fine.
I don't understand these pot shots that are coming at me.
No, that's fine.
What did I do to you today?
But yeah, so a lot of people think that, you know, the prep is going on, like some kind of intense workshops are going on. But no, this was the kind of stuff we were doing. And then he would give me these European sculptures where, where the postures would be there. So I would have these nailed all over my study room. And I would get into these postures and get out of these postures. And I would have it in my mobile phones. And I remember walking, we went to Germany for a holiday with my family, and I was walking in a street, and I suddenly subconsciously got into a posture. And then there were a couple of foreigners walking, and they were looking at me like, is this guy all right? So I'm like, then I noticed it, and I'm like, okay, fine, and I just walked off.
Muscle memory, it's a real thing.
It's like, it's crazy. You walk and then you're just getting into this posture. But then, I didn't realize it then. Now when we're shooting, when he instructs me, when he says, Mahesh, I want you to stand like this, stand tall. It's just so easy to pick that up because I went through that entire process last year. And because he knows his stuff, there's a method. And I find it so easy now, and I'm actually spoiled now. So I'll find it tough when I move out of this project.
He keeps saying that so many times.
So many times I keep saying it.
That you're spoiled?
Yeah, when you finish this film, then I move on to my next film. I mean, there won't be rehearsals because nobody does
that
this.
too. I was like,
So I'm going to be asking for rehearsals. And
yeah, your poor next producers, my God.
The level of preparation.
No, but when you
again.
look at it, it's actually a very simple, easy method to shoot films.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Especially when you're shooting so many action sequences. When you rehearse and then go to set, it becomes very easy. I mean, the chances of you getting injured are very less. And the entire process is very easy, if you ask me.
Yeah, it makes the execution all the much more easier.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up here, I have a group question for you all, but Priyanka, one of my colleagues at Screen Rant, Fariba, she's an editor on our site. She's a massive fan of your Indian productions. And so for starters, I wanted to ask if this film represents your coming back to Indian cinema, and if so, she was saying Dawn 3 and the Krish films.
Oh my God.
There's more on the table in both of those franchises. Are those things that you're interested in?
I don't know if I can talk about either of them at all.
Okay, fair enough.
But
Then there's something happening. Then there's something happening.
You've just spoken a lot about
no,
Just gave it away.
no, not at all. But exciting times ahead. And yes, this is the first one that I'm doing after like almost 6 years in India, and just coming back and within the culture of it, like my favorite part, and I think she might enjoy this, was getting to dance again. I haven't done that in any of my Hollywood productions. I was really excited to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's a huge part of Indian cinema, of course, is the choreography aspect.
Yeah, so if I can say this, so when she was on board for this film, she had a call with Sir, and she's like, I'm so excited, and I really want to dance, and because Natu won the Oscar, So she's like, I want to really dance. So I was like, okay, don't worry.
I haven't danced in such a long time, and as a Hindi film actress, that's something, as a Hindi film actor, that's something that was a big part of it. So I told Sir, I was like, I would request you that I have to be able to dance in this movie. And unfortunately for Mahesh, he had to do it too. Wasn't very happy with me making that request.
Yeah, but it was tough, and she was rehearsing, and it's like, don't complain, girl. You asked for this. It was like.
Yeah, but I didn't think that the steps would be what they turned out to be.
Well, the anticipation is right for whatever you got cooking in that department. I'll wrap with this, guys. Again, I could talk about this film all day, but so much is shrouded in secrecy. For that reason, though, SSR is a filmmaker that has already started to expand across a global audience. The RRR press tour was something that I've never seen before from a foreign film, so to speak. For this film specifically, and Prithvi, we can start with you. What about his vision for this project is the one that's going to reach all these different global audiences?
Oh, we are aiming for the sky. Make no mistake. This is S.S. Rajamouli's most ambitious film. And that automatically means this is Indian cinema's most ambitious film till date. And when we are trying to attempt something on that scale, our responsibility also includes taking the film to the world. And we intend to. We definitely intend to, because we are very proud of what we are attempting here. And judging by what's been happening so far, we are pretty confident that we are on the right track to attain what Mr. Rajamouli has envisioned for this piece of wonderful cinema he's attempting to make. So come the time, when this film releases, we'll for sure, take the film to the world, make sure that we speak about it, hopefully meet again, and on that trip we'll be at a lot more liberty to speak way more about the film and our characters. Trust me, there's a lot to say. There is a lot to speak about. And we are looking forward to that. Yeah.
I heard about the secrecy on set, a lot of NDAs, a lot of making sure no cell phones, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't carry my cell phone, but yeah.
Forget cell phones.
Nobody.
We have spy drones shooting outdoors. So.
Yeah, I think there's such an anticipation to this movie, like Prithvi said, that it's because it's Rajamouli sir's biggest undertaking, it becomes India's biggest undertaking and Indian cinema's biggest undertaking. But I'm very excited about being able to travel with this movie around the world, because we also shot this film around the world, So it's like the reason it's called Globetrotter and the hashtag was Globetrotter was because the movie moves around lots of, not just time zones, but also time travel. So it's really fun, and I can't wait to be able to, the press tour, if you were that impressed by that, then I think this will be a lot more fun. I'm excited to be part of it.
So like you said, it's SSR's most ambitious film. And so it's like, you can imagine what it's going to look like.
It feels like a big deal just to be here, just to be talking with you all this early in the stage. 2027 can't come soon enough, but until then, we'll be rewatching the trailer over in the States as many times as possible. Thank you all so much for your time today.
Thank you. Great talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.